Hey everybody, this is your literacy team. We just put together a real quick video for you guys to cover the second quarter WICOR turn-in. The second quarter focus is collaboration, and we wanted to address any questions or issues or some of the questions and issues that have come up. What is collaboration? Hopefully this isn't a big issue for any of you, but just in case, anytime your kids are working together, they're doing projects, problems, analysis, they're answering questions, they're doing, having a debate, having a Socratic seminar, all of these things are collaboration. And the key is just to how to document it, okay? It should be explicitly taught. You have the option to configure your groups. You can do it in lots of different ways, create some really dynamic learning communities. And make sure that there's effective sharing. Make sure that everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Give them expectations, and then help them meet those expectations. How to set up the effective collaborative groups. Creating a collaboration norms is a great way to start. Again, achieve, creating a social contract, giving the students input on what they expect out of themselves and what do they expect out of each other. I think it's important to know what your students' strengths and weaknesses are. I think it will help you determine how to set up those collaborative groups. You can move people around, give students who may not always speak up an opportunity to be a leader. Put kids who are always the leader, put them in groups together, let them problem solve together when they don't always see eye to eye on things, but they still have that really strong personality. Try to identify students who stand out as leaders. That also helps when you're creating these groups. The point is to let the students' natural talents, what is it that they're good at, let them help you create those dynamic groups. How to implement collaboration in your class. You have lots of resources already available to you. The first one is the Avid Critical Thinking and Engagement text. It's located on the S drive. This is the same book that we use for advocacy activities, so all of you should have already had an opportunity to look through that. We would ask that you focus on pages 144 through 184. These are really dedicated to collaboration. We have a collaboration resource PowerPoint on the S drive. It is not in the advocacy folder, it's actually in the WICOR folder, but it's also going to have lots of different cooperative activities, taking the content that you already have and creating those collaborative groups. And you can always venture out onto the internet. There's tons of resources that we haven't even had an opportunity to look at yet. This is a picture of your little blue flip book. We received these a couple years ago, so if you don't have one, make sure you get a hold of the literacy team, one of the literacy team members. This is a great at your fingertips resource. You open it up, you go to what you want to go, and there's instructions right there. You don't have to dig around through a large resource to get to some of the really quick and handy collaborative ideas. And there's also lots of other strategies in there as well. How to get to the Avid Critical Thinking and Engagement book. This is on your S drive again. You're going to go to your advocacy folder, and then you're going to go to this document and open this document. Now don't download this document. It is huge. There's no reason for you to download it. It's always accessible to you on the S drive. And you're going to turn to page 144, and you're going to go to chapter 5. The entire chapter is dedicated to collaboration. So how to access that? Real quick, we'll just run in here. You're going to go to your computer. You're going to go to the S drive. You're going to go to advocacy. And then you're going to go to the Avid Critical Thinking and Engagement book. Now this book, again, is very large. You can see right up here, there's 334 pages. You can scroll through, which I would encourage everyone to do. At least take a look at the table of contents. But turning straight to page 144, I apologize, it's chapter 3. This is the whole chapter on collaboration. Pre-assessment, structures, a definition, supporting collaboration, creating collaborative social contracts. Guys, there's just tons of stuff in here, and a lot of this stuff can be, change to fit your needs. But again, that is probably one of the biggest resources that we have. The second resource is also on the S drive. This is a collaborative resource PowerPoint. This has a lot of cooperative activities. Again, this is really built or designed to take what you already have content on and incorporating that collaborative step. It's on the S drive. However, this time you're going to go into the WICOR folder and then you're going to open the PowerPoint. Now you can print the individual slides for this if you want the specific directions. So again, going back up here to my computer, I'm going to go back to the S drive. This time I'm going to go down to the WICOR folder. I'm going to go down here to the Collaborative Structures PowerPoint. Now some of you will recognize this is very similar to another resource we have here on campus, and that is the Kagan resources. If you know anyone that has the Kagan resources, there's several teachers in the building. There's a lot more that goes with this. These are just a few. These are probably the easiest to incorporate. Staff picks, these are probably the easiest to incorporate. There are also some strategies that the students have seen. So it's, the more that we do, that's less teaching. Really all you're doing is having to explain how you want it done in your class. Down here we have some documentation pieces to this, the collaborative roll cards, having the students fill these out, the reflections, the quick writes. Again, all great ways to document collaboration. Don't stress out, okay? Like all new things, some of us get a little worried that our activity won't be the right activity, or it doesn't fit into the category, or we're second guessing as to whether or not it meets all the expectations. You guys know collaboration. That's what we're looking for. We want you to show us what you're doing in your classes. This is not a test. It's not designed to try and trip you up. It's designed to let you show off your skills, your planning, the implementation that you use in your class. How do I document? Well, the easiest thing to do is probably just to take a photo. If they're working on something, take a picture of them if you've got access. And also, you can even take a little bit further and take a short video if your kids are doing performances or presentations. Get a real quick video, 30 seconds or less of them doing this so you can show them interacting with each other. Reflections are a great way to show collaborations. They can reflect on themselves, they can reflect on their team, they can reflect on the project itself. Just reminding them to keep it professional. This is not an opportunity to run another student down, but they're pretty candid, and they will let you know when if things went well or didn't go well. Graphic organizers, having multiple students filling out a graphic organizer, scripts, note cards, things like this where they work together to create a final product. Their notes, their reflections again. The last thing, and not necessarily the last thing, but the last thing on my list, if you haven't already started using Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Slides are all really awesome resources for collaboration because it allows the students to work in real time. They don't have to save it and send it and save it and send it. This, they can just get in and they can see what their partners are doing right away. They can have silent debates. They can team plan and create essays, fill out graphic organizers. The list is really endless, guys. So here are just a few photos I've taken in my class. You can see there's some team building activities. The students are creating a common definition, basically. You see them problem solving, lots of different things, and this is all them working together to find the answer. And last but not least, saving my turn in. Some of you are probably waiting for this part. You will save your turn in the same way you did first quarter. You're going to go back to the S drive, you're going to go back to the WICOR folder and click on that document, that WICOR turn in. You'll save as, that's the only way that you can, I think, manipulate the document. You're going to complete the graphic organizer and reflection, and then you're going to save it to the appropriate folder. You'll open the appropriate folder, and then you're going to change your name to whatever WICOR step we're on. We're on collaboration right now. So if you go back up to the S drive, and you are in WICOR, your turn-in is down here. You're going to open that document up. Okay. While we're waiting for that to open, I'm going to actually save my document into the social studies folder because I teach social studies. You can see last time we did W for writing. This time we're going to do C for collaboration. So you're going to have that C underscore the date and your name. When you are ready to upload the documentation, same thing with student sample on the end. Okay. So what does my document look like? It's still opening. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to hit up one of us on the literacy team, and we will try and help you out, answer those questions just as quick as possible. We won't be doing the reflection until we come back from winter break. So that gives you lots of time to come up with some really awesome activities. Reflect now so that when you get ready to fill out your graphic organizer, you don't have to sit and think about it for a long, long time. We're going to be right here in the WICOR, or excuse me, in the collaboration. These are just some of the different collaboration things. Guys, if you come up with something else, just all you have to do is fill it in. Again, you're going to look at the content objective and literacy objective for that class period or that activity. Overview, tell us what it was about so we have some context, and then of course you're going to have the opportunity to reflect, and then again we'll share out at that in-service after winter break. Don't forget that you're going to have to save as, and you're going to change, you're going to do a you're going to do a C for collaboration underscore date underscore my name, and then if I'm doing my student sample, I'm going to add that student sample to the end. I'm going to save that in the social studies folder. That way anyone that wants to access any of the social studies activities, collaboration, to look at, what does this actually look like? Sometimes we have these really great ideas. You can explain it all day long, but without a final, without that student sample, it's kind of hard to put it all together. So hopefully this helps you guys out. There will be links attached to the email. Also, there's a link for a Google form. So those of you that are looking for professional development points or need the professional development points, there is a really quick Google form reflection. Have you fill that out, submit that, and we'll get that documentation taken care of. That's your for professional learning. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. This is Jen Ramsey. I'm jramsey@usd259.net, or any of the other literacy team members. Thanks, guys.